I know it might be too hard to ask and say, okay, who's your fave, but you got to give me.
It's actually a very tough question. Okay, but people that actually stood out, Osas, of course.
Osas look.
Nana, yeah, the old spinning of the dress.
That's right.
Okay, technology. Okay, I also like Doyin's look. Doyin, yeah.
Is it black look?
The green with roots.
Okay.
Style.
Oh, that was nice too.
It was really unexpected from her, and then I was gagged.
I don't want to cause no controversy, but just a week ago, thereabout, the Met Gala happened. And we did have Nigerians, of course. Burna Boy was in attendance, African Giant. There was Sabi Girl, Ira Star Thames. Would you say that they maybe even did better at the AMVCA than the Met Gala?
Of course.
Wow.
That happens every year. I mean, we always like compare the two events, considering the fact that both events are like just few days, in between. And we always talk about the fact that AMVCA, like Nigerian celebrities would actually like body this, Hollywood stars on their red carpet.
I love that. We're going to talk a lot about from the costing. Hopefully we do have with us in stylist Kayito. Kayito, please confirm if you can hear me. Oh my God. All right. Well, I'm excited to say that we do have the finished man himself, content creator, Jay on air and actor. Jay, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for having me. I wish I could be in the studio, but
it's okay.
Has kept me here.
The finished man is busy. It's okay. It's okay. We have to ask because last year you were at the AMVCAs yourself, but this year you were not. Even though we did see a mock-up version of an outfit on your Instagram page, Jay. But what would you think about the looks? How would you say the Nigerians showed up and showed out? Our stars did the thing.
I definitely would say that everybody came to the fashion. I was very impressed by the men from the cultural day up until the actual day of the event. I like that the men actually put in the work. Usually when we're looking for fashion and style, we always look at the women. But the men said, you know what?
Yeah.
Don't leave us out of the conversation. So from the Micah Folaris to Chimeze Imo, to Iyo, who won and was here a few minutes ago. Vine Olugu, I think that's how his name is pronounced. Everybody came through looking really good. Funny thing, I wasn't the biggest fan of Nana's dress.
Wow.
For some reason, yes, I understand the technical part of it, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Definitely not what Osas wore. What Diiadem wore as well. I think Tommy Ojo, a lot of people are not talking about what Tommy Ojo wore. She wore a very beautiful dress. Nengi in black, just sometimes a simple black dress is what you need to make heads turn. Also loved what Tony Tones wore as well. She looks really good. Simple silhouettes, but really came out looking very well.
I like this. I mean, my people here, your fashion. I was going to compare the men and the females,
Yeah.
I know that usually on a normal day, the females sort of eating the guys out, but the men showed up. Like you mentioned, Micah Folari looked incredible. Elozona, Jeff Urban, I liked that look as well. Who wore red? That was Elozona as well, right? Who would you say, did this? Let me start with you, Bola. Ladies first. Would you say the men or the women showed up better?
Just like you said, the men also came prepared. Like they gave us looks they served. There was effort, right? But I also go for the women.
It takes a lot to put the women's look together. It takes a lot,
like from the wig to the makeup, even to the nails. We are looking at everything. So I would definitely go for the women.
It's interesting that Jay mentioned that he was not so pleased with Nana, of course, the Ghanaian model and actor. And I had to say that, my producer should pull up, her look this year and previous years. Because Nana has come all the way from Ghana to Lagos, Nigeria, to eat every year. Jay, are you going to take your word back?
I'm kind of like in support of what you said, partially, because I feel this year is actually this year's look from her is actually my least favorite compared to subsequent years.
Let me have Jay drop that thought. I know I'm excited as well. Jay, you hit that note. Let me hear what you have to say.
So here's the thing. So I'm not saying she doesn't look bad. She definitely looks good. I'm just saying that it's not my favorite look from Nana. We've known Nana to come in every single year, looking amazing, coming through with something. For her, I forgot who was saying this. Nana is not necessarily looking for a beautiful silhouette. She's looking for something that's going to make people talk. And this definitely got people talking. Would I like it? Do I like it? I don't necessarily like it. I don't think it pictures well. I think that when she wanted to post it, she should have posted the video first as opposed to posting the picture because people don't understand it. So I think that if the video had come before the pictures, you know, it'd have made more sense. And I think that for the photographers, they were finding a great way to picture it. It just didn't, you know, come to life the way they wanted it to. So looking at the video, love it, but when it comes to the pictures, not my cup of tea.
Jay, speaking about looks that, well, maybe turned heads or not, there are some controversial ones, or should I call them risky ones? I mean, Desmond Elliott had something, Papaya had a banana. I mean, Pretty Mike, you know, was a transformer. I don't know. What did you think about them? Do you think it was statement or trash? What do you think?
You know, at the end of the day, what is an award show? You know, without some people just, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You're always going to have those people. You know, I know Pretty Mike personally. Shout out to him. He had an entire statement during the slide of pictures that he was saying something. I mean, I think that Pretty Mike, this means something. To the rest of us, we didn't quite get it. But Desmond Elliott, I'm. If you check my page, I recreated that look because till today I'm trying to really understand it. I'm trying to really understand it. For Papaya's look, to be honest, I don't think it was necessarily bad. It's just that the look was inspired by another look that I had seen before.
Jay,
I've seen someone abroad.
Jay, I want to let you land, but I need to ask, of course, fashion stylist Kayito, who just joined us now. Kayito, thank you so much for finding time to be a part of the show. We're breaking down the AMVCA looks and whether they're impressive, but please, you have to let me know, how much does it cost to look this good? Are they mostly collaborations? Do people pay for this makeup, the look, or how does it happen? You're the stylist, you would know.
I mean, let me just start by saying that this year was, I think, better than subsequent years to start with. I was really impressed. I saw you guys talking about Nana Akudo. I think she did fantastic. I mean, I know she pioneered, even, was it 2 AMVCAs ago, 3 AMVCAs ago, she wore this pleated dress, and then when she wore it, it spawned a new trend. Like, everybody went to the market looking for that pleated, like an organza type sculptural thing, you know. So this year she came with the technology, she came with, you know, the avant-garde. I mean, it was very heavily inspired by Iris van Herpen, who is like a Danish or a Swedish designer or something. I thought she did well. I mean, you guys are saying, oh, she did better past awards ago, but I thought she did amazing.
Kayito, I'm thinking, as fashion people, you know, Bola and Kayito stylists, I'm thinking to myself that this must contribute somehow to the economy. You know, the amount of makeup, clothing, it shows that, you know, we're showing out. It's not just entertainment, it's also boosting the economy in Nigeria. Because a lot of people now have put designers on the map, you know, and we're super proud of that. I wish we had more time to break down this conversation. All right, but I want to start by saying, Jay, thank you for taking out time from your Finished Man series to be a part of the show. Kayito, of course, we can tell that you're a stylist for sure. Bola Montana, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.